Let's see if we are connected. It says I'm going live. Okay. Yep. There we go. I am just letting people know that I am streaming. People will start to filter in. Let's do this. All right. Here we go. All right. Yep, you're first. Undisputedly, Josh. You are first today. For sure. How are you? What are you working on? Welcome. Congratulations on first place. You've regained your crown. I'm proud of you. Ano, you're second? Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. I don't know if I've ever streamed on a Monday before. Usually I have other stuff going on or am grumpy on Mondays. But yeah, we're doing a bit of Monday Tau activity. Let's see, we had 5 of these guys that got finished last time. Probably stand to highlight his skin more, but I don't think I'm going to. Because we gotta start cranking these guys out. Do I remember exactly what I did to finish these guys? No, I don't. But I can make an approximation of that, I'm sure. It'll be fine. We'll be fine. Hi, Kieran. Josh, you're doing the dishes. That's good. I did those before I hopped on. You know, dishes gotta get done somehow. So I'm glad you're deciding to make sugar candy miniatures a part of your listen to while doing house chores kind of thing. Yeah, I didn't explain what I said very well there, but you know what I meant. It worked. I might sound a little bit stuffed up and getting over a touch of being sick, but I feel better, so I'm not worried about anything really. Well, I mean, I'm worried about a lot of things, but I'm not currently. I'm like a little congested, but I'm good. I think. I hope anyway. Being sick is not fun. Yeah, I'm glad I'm feeling better too. Thanks, Kieran. It's rough to have like a job where you have to be on the phone all day and then be like, listen, my throat is too scratched up to actually speak, so I physically cannot do my job today. That was, yeah, that did happen. But like I said, I feel better now, so. This water is supposed to be my paint water, but I forgot to cut off the top of the new bottle, so that I could have my little half water bottle full of paint water here. I should find some scissors or try ripping off the plastic with my little goblin hands, which is probably what's gonna happen. I'm gonna stab this and honestly hope for the best, so, you know. That can't sound good on camera. It's fine. I should have, like, hobby clippers or something else sharp, but what I do have close to hand is a random sculpting tool. Yeah, sorry about the sound. I should, for your sakes, I should mute. Am I going to? Apparently not. There we go. Water cup for me. This plastic water bottle gets to be of use for slightly longer. No worries, Kieran. Your attention is not required to be here 100% of the time. You do whatever you gotta do. Hi, Keegan. Hey, gang, we're all here, yeah. Bunch of regulars on a Monday. Can't ask for anything more than that, really. Except to maybe not stick my finger in my fucking expensive paint, but that's fine. That's, yep. That happened. Alright. What color do I even have on this brush right now? Okay, cool. It's the color that I thought it was. Just gonna try and highlight like 5 more tau and then see how I feel after that. I might also take a break at some point and pipe some little dollops of whipped cream for the tops of their little heads. Because that'll be a nice break from just doing all the detail work. Making cool shit is totally achievable with your own power. That is 100% true. One of my friends asked me to take a photo of of 3 of my favorite food-themed miniature projects for something. I gotta look into my display cabinet and decide, like, who in there, which ones am I the most proud of? Which ones represent my style the best? And that's gonna be a tough choice. I have a lot of stuff in there that I'm pretty happy with. So it's gonna be a difficult call. I feel like I'm really happy with these tau, but I don't know if, like, to just a random passerby that they read key lime. I hope that they do, but, like, is that one of the ones that I should choose? I've never really had to think about that before. Also, since the last time I've streamed, I've watched both Evangelion, the series, and then end of Evangelion, and I can't stop thinking about all of it. I have a lot of thoughts, a lot of interesting stuff. I definitely have to do a Unit 1 inspired paint scheme at some point, because purple and green and orange are basically just Halloween colors, but the balance and saturation on them is really good. Howdy, Mundane Twig. How are you? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Everybody who's here survived their Monday, so that's pretty impressive. Can be a hard one to get through. Survived your Monday, and instead of doing anything useful with your evening, you're here watching me paint Tao. You just put down your model building kit after like 2 days? Fair? Fair? Which model were you working on building? If you told me last stream, it's been a little while since then, so I can't say that I remember. Sorry about that. I've been okay. I was sick for a few days. Had a lot of activity this weekend, which was also a little bit tiring. Fun, but tiring. And, haven't had a lot of time to just sit down and paint. So, there's that. I'm getting a tattoo, on Wednesday, as long as, like, you know, everything goes well and I don't feel like super sick or anything like that, because I'm not going to put my tattoo artist at risk or anything. But I think I'll be fine. I've tested and it's not COVID anyway. But, you know, you're sitting next to someone for an extended period of time and trusting them to put art on your body. You don't want to be like, oh, by the way, I'm also very ill. That's just not, it's not good. A tattoo? What of? You're gonna have to wait and see, Twig. You're gonna have to wait and see. It'll definitely show up in a stream. Oh no. I don't want to do Evangelion Tao. I mean, as cool as that would be, A, I'm sure people have already done it, and B, I took long enough to come up with this Tao color scheme. So I'm gonna do that. I think it would be way more interesting to apply like Ava's color scheme to something more organic. I actually kind of thought it would be cool because Warhammer just announced another like Warcry or Underworld or some other bullshit game. Not bullshit as in like not good, but you know, not their mainline products. But they have a lot of really cool skeletons. And I feel like doing Ava Unit 1 inspired skeletons would be pretty cool. So that's kind of more the direction I'm leaning. Something a little spooky scary. Not spooky scary like actually scary, just goofy. Does that make sense? Did I say anything at any point in the skeletons I'm talking coherently. I'm gonna just try. I don't know why I keep putting my paint palette on the other side and then crossing over. That's not a recipe for success. It's a recipe for me to bump into something and knock it over. But yeah, maybe I'll do some Ava Unit 1 inspired skeletons. I don't know. I am not going to get a spooky tattoo of Goofy. No. No licensed characters. Not this time, anyway. I don't have any tattoos of characters that I like, weirdly enough. You would think, with my interest in animation, that would be one of the first things I got tattooed, but no. I haven't gotten any characters yet. Maybe someday. I can see myself getting some anime tattoos. I could see myself getting some, like, Dawn Bluff, Secret of Nim tattoos. Not that that's even my favorite animated film, but I just really like how it looks. It's cool. What other films would I like? I'd get a tattoo of the rooster from Robin Hood, because I think he's got a good character design. There's lots of other cartoon characters that I would get tattoos of. I can't think of them right now. For whatever reason, my mind's gone totally blank. Trying to discourage me from getting tattoos. Have I seen the rebuilds yet? No, I haven't yet. I intend to, though. Everybody's kind of been like, just take a break after you finish, End of Eva and stuff like that. Watch something else for a little bit, then go back and do the rebuild. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I've gone back to watching Haikyuu and Ranking of Kings. Those are the two that I'm working on right now. Get a tattoo of the crab guy from Moana? No. I don't really like the crab guy from Moana. So I don't think I'd get a tattoo of him. Get a tattoo of Starboy, getting a tattoo of a 5. No. Y'all silly. I might get a Starboy tattoo at some point, but I don't know if it's like weird to get a tattoo of your own art on your body forever. Maybe that's a little bit pretentious or something. I don't know. Sorry. Listen, just because he's shiny doesn't mean I have to like him. I don't think shiny automatically merits, like, tattooable. There we go. There's another one done. He can go sit over here with his friends. I'm finishing them one at a time just so I have a little bit more fun, because it can get really monotonous painting the same color over and over again. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about, since many of you have painted miniatures before. It did, Otto. It did have the hospital scene in it, I believe. I'm not getting a Nurgle tattoo. You have a model called Toast Boy? He's making a marmalade toast? I want to see that. That sounds awesome. I love that for him. Oh, he's one of your new squats. Did that box come out? Like, have people been able to get it yet? I don't know what the release date is for it, because I didn't want squats, so I didn't buy that one. Okay, there's no way to get that. It's gonna be good. Oh, nice, Keegan. You got your airbrush up and running. You got the pre-order and it came out a few days ago. Okay, cool. Mundane Twig, if you have an Instagram, you can DM me on Instagram. If you have a Discord, you can post it in our Discord. I can post a link to our Discord. But probably actually Instagram's the best way. I think, because I don't know. Or if you have a social media account that you post things to, you can send me a link and I can check it there. Yeah, I want all the photos. I want to see the stuff. Thanks, guys. That's appreciated. Instagram has your face on it from a few years ago. That's your own fault. I mean, I didn't. You're the one who didn't change your Instagram profile picture, so that's on you. Oh, that's very interesting, all the German translations. That's cool, Anno. Thanks for sharing that. I assume they weren't chosen at random, so it's nice to know that that assumption was correct. Lots of little highlights to do on these guys. But we're getting them closer to finished. I'm hoping. I mean, I don't think it's actually going to happen because October's pretty close at this point. I was hoping to have these guys done before October started. But I don't think I'm going to quite make it there. We'll see how close I can get, though. You sent the picture of Toast Boy? Awesome. Let me see what we got going on. I think my Instagram might be slightly behind. So give him a second. It'll catch up. Keegan, I see that army that you sent me. That's cool as hell. I really love the split faces you're doing on the masks, where it's like half skeleton and half not skeleton. Sure you know what I'm talking about. He's as of yet unpainted. That's fine. Someone new started following me. I'm gonna assume that's you. Is that him on the profile picture? It looks like he's holding up a little knife. And he's got his little toast in front of him. That's adorable. Oh, that's so cute. I love that. That's so good. That's lovely. I like it a lot. Good job. He's just a hungry boy, yeah. He just wants some toast. I feel like he should be allowed to have toast, you know? Warhammer makes you hungry for toast. Should be allowed to have some. I like a lot of the robots that the Leagues of Votann have. Like, they're cool. I'd paint some of them. Just not the actual dwarves. I don't like their character design that much, so. Like, I wish the hoverbots weren't on, like, random piles of trash, or I would be pretty hyped to paint a few of them. Your army's entirely Ironkin thanks to a bag of airsoft BBs you got and never used. That's fair. Are the BBs what you're using for, like, their helmets or something? I don't know exactly how that is being incorporated. But I'm curious. That's another one done. Woo! Blazing through these. Oh no, wait. I forgot to put his little glaze on him. I lied. He's not done yet. He's not done yet. He's almost done. He's almost done. Their heads are BBs, yes. You're glad that I liked your paint job on the oh gosh, I don't know how to say that word. But yeah, it was a cool paint job. A lot of cool paint jobs out there. And I want to see all of them. So I'm really happy that people choose to share their paint jobs with me. I always get so inspired. Neither do you, but that's what they're called in game. That's very fair. It's very fair. I'm trying to figure out how to do a video where I can literally just talk about how the similarities that I have found between Evangelion and Bloodborne, because I can't stop thinking about that. And it's not even important. It's just two pieces of media that deal with, like, humans overreaching into the territory of gods as a common theme. And, like, that's cool. I love that kind of shit. That's one of my favorite things to see or have examined in media. And I wish more shows would do that on occasion. Or maybe I'm just missing the shows that do. But yeah, I was very hyped that that was, like, a theme in Ava. I thought it was a cool theme in Bloodborne as well, so I will find a way to give myself a platform to talk to someone about that at some point in time. Not sure exactly who or exactly when, but it'll happen. I know I haven't posted an actual video on this channel in a while either. That's just because my personal life's gotten busy, so I haven't been able to finish making the videos that I'm working on, but I am working on them. They will be coming. I thought about maybe doing that on them. I've got tons of Bloodborne minis, so that's kind of, it's kind of, you know, I gotta get those painted at some point. Oh, you think Zuli the Witch did a video on that? Okay, I need to look for that then, because I'd be interested in that. It could be fun to paint, like, Bloodborne minis in an Ava style, and then get an Ava Gundam and paint it, or convert it, or kitbash it, to fit Bloodborne. Either one of those would be fun projects. You like the one about death bugs in Elden Ring? Okay, I'll have to check out that channel. Victorian horror flesh beast Ava would be rad as fuck. Yeah. I mean, I didn't know that I wanted, like, Victorian mecha anime, until I thought about it, but I was like, bro, how sick would it be if that was a thing? Like, you're just playing some sort of Bloodborne setting game, and, like, fighting eldritch horrors on foot or something. And, like, the end of the first act, you get rescued by people in some sort of giant, horrible conglomerate of beast parts and also clockwork shit. Or whatever. Like, I would be so there for steam-powered eldritch horror thing. I didn't describe that as cool as it looked in my brain. but I'm hoping it still sounded somewhat cool. I love that I'm talking about this, like, horrible creature that we could make together while painting little Tao to look like they're made out of pie. Guess you still got the notion of, like, Sweeney Todd for if I had to make Victorian pie threatening. But these are definitely not that. For Black Reliquary? Black Reliquary? I don't know that one, Anno. I don't know what that is. Sounds cool, though. Andy, that book sounds cool. If you ever finish it, I'd love to read it. A lot of times when people say they're writing a book, they describe the plot, and it's like, okay, that's, you know, that's whatever. But, like, yours actually sounds pretty dope. Roz, I went to art school, and all the time there are things that I'm like, I wish I could draw, so I could make this, and I'm like, wait, I have a degree in being able to draw. I should just give it a go. And sometimes it doesn't really turn out like what I envisioned, but other times it gets pretty close. Someone just needs to ask one of those AIs to be like, Evangelion Unit 1, but if it were piloted by the hunter from Bloodborne or something like that, and see what you get. Yeah, that one looks pretty good. Yeah, exactly. Because the first time you see an Ava, you just kind of assume, oh, it's a mech, and then it like bleeds, and you're like, holy shit, why is it bleeding? At least I remember being like, holy shit, why is it bleeding? And then it blinked its eye at one point, and I'm like, that thing has an eye. What up with that? So yeah, I definitely had my questions. Hardest fight in Bloodborne gotta be the Celestial Emissary. That one's pretty hard. I remember when I first played Bloodborne, for whatever reason, I got stuck on the one Reborn. In Yargul. That area was really troublesome for me. in from Evangelion, the question would be, why isn't it bleeding? Alright, I'm gonna take a little break from painting just to see, hopefully I have enough of this fake whipped cream product left in, these containers to make a few, more whipped cream dollops for the top of these little guys' heads, so I get to do that, and we'll see how that works out. Gotta clean out the nozzle of one of the old ones. There we go. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, there's still stuff left in here. Cool. I'm not done painting. I'm just taking a brief respite from it. Don't let me fool you. Let's see, how many of these do I need? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Alright. Well, we'll see what we can do. Gosh, there is not a lot left in here. Some of them aren't coming out very good, but that's okay. Yeah, that one might be exhausted, but I should have other colors of this same material lying around. Let me see what I can find. There we go. Doesn't really matter which color I make them, because I can just change that. But I think I'm going to call this pink one Exhausted. Gonna give that up. See what we can get out of the blue one. I did knock a paintbrush onto the ground, so I'll grab that. There we go. The one Reborn can be. Yeah, I should get a cutting mat too. They seem like they'd be a really good thing to have for my setup, and I just proceed to not invest in one for whatever reason. Just gonna make a ton of these so that when I get shitty ones, I can also just have good ones. So I'm probably gonna get a lot of shit ones, but that's okay. Getting anything to all be the same size is also just a pain. I am not a machine, which is very evident by my lack of consistency with this. Oh dear. How do I like the best girl Romeo? I don't remember which angel is which, so you'd have to describe that one. I know they all have names, but they all... I don't remember which angel is which. Lobster has decided it's time to be a bother, which isn't helpful when I'm in the middle of this. Ugh. Nobody. You can handle not being the center of attention for 2 hours. He then insists to me that he cannot possibly do such a heinous thing. Okay, that's gotta be at least 26 halfway decent ones by now. Let's hope anyway. We'll see what they look like when they dry. Hi again, Lobster. Look at you. Everybody loves you, but you're definitely getting in the way right now. Which is honestly classic you. Gonna put this out of the way. Do. There we go. Yeah, it's Lobster. He around. He always around. Oh, Romeo's the geometric blue one? Okay. Yeah. That one wasn't my favorite design. There were certainly ones that I liked better. We're back to town now. There we go. I think the angel that really... I wouldn't say scared, but like the one that gave me the most degree of apprehension was the one that was like warping them into like that kind of shadow plane. That was really, really creepy. Hey, Lobster. Go play with your brothers. Let me paint. Stop it. Go. 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 Oh yeah, the 2D angel with the 3D shadow. Absolutely, yeah. I also thought the one that was like bleeding acid from its eye was really cool. That was just interesting to see. Oh, as you can see, I haven't gotten a full Halloween set yet, but we do have a Happy Halloween Tootsie Roll blanket. The Tootsie Rolls look like mummies, and it's orange, which is the color of Halloween. So instead of my, like, generic Christmas blanket that I still seem to be using, I upgraded to a Halloween one. Gotta find some other way of decorating the set for the holidays, but we're making a start, okay? We're making a start. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know so much of Evangelion's ideas and stuff were actually well researched. That's always cool to find out. I found out also that my exact birthday is the same as the release date, like the original premiere date for one of the episodes of Evangelion. So me and that show are the same age, which is something that I get to think about. So that's kind of interesting. Ross, we have no room to talk. We are all nerds in this hobby as well. But who gets to talk least? That would be anybody trying to be pro Nurgle in my chat. They get to speak the least amount. That's the answer to your question. This one's almost done. Now it should be what, 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, 8. I'm miscounting somewhere, but numbers are hard, so that's okay. Boop. Another one. No, I didn't say any of that, Roz. No stealing anyone's tongue. Good Lord. How about pro Slanesh? They can stay, but they're on thin ice. The end of my brush is getting really frayed because I don't take care of it very well. And it's starting to irritate me that the point isn't very good on this anymore. But that's my own fault for not taking care of my brushes. Got no one to blame but myself. Oh yeah, Ano, I think I saw, someone had sent me a video, where I clicked on like a random video essay about Evangelion, and I saw that comparison being drawn, which was interesting. I can't say that I know a whole lot about those kind of symbols or anything like that. But again, I just think it's neat that, like, they chose imagery from pre-existing stuff. That's kind of cool. Do I use brush soap? Persephone asks. I should, but I don't. All I do to clean my brushes is just rinse them off in a little bit of water. You have a blorb of green stuff and nothing to do. This is a sad day. That's an opportunity, man. You could make stuff out of green stuff. Sculpt a little slug or a weird little, I don't know, weird little fish guy. You could make a goblin. You can just make little rocks. Anything you want to out of green stuff. Ooh, a pumpkin's actually a good idea. Dawn dish slope is good enough. Okay, that's good to know. Maybe I'll give that a try. It's gotta be better than doing literally nothing, which is what I've currently been doing. He put religious imagery in it because he thought it sounded cool. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. It does sound cool. A lot of stuff looks cool. Like, when the explosions in Ava are, like, cross-shaped instead of just kind of like a straight line. You know what I'm talking about? That looks cool as hell. It's also a show with one of the more, like, at least to my personal experience with it, one of the more realistic depictions of depression that I've ever seen. It is, yeah, it hits pretty hard at times. Ooh, you have a bag of spare pirate hats in a bag. That's fun. I don't have a bag of spare pirate hats, but maybe I should get one. Then I can make a little pirate army. That'd be a good time. Sometimes I wish I were just further along in my painting journey so that these guys would turn out a bit better. But I gotta remind myself that it's gonna look really cool to have them as a full army, even if they aren't painted to a very high standard. They're just the best that I can do right now with the skills and the patience that I have. And I'm beginning to feel like they're not particularly good. It's making me a little bit sad. The more I work on them, I'm just like, oh man, these aren't turning out quite as clean and nice as I would have hoped. And it's like, yeah, that's not super surprising, Fives. Your skills aren't really at being a very clean, precise painter. And just because you chose a model that really benefits from a clean and precise edge highlight didn't mean you were going to magically be able to do it. Oh man, that's too bad. Did you know that just by buying a new model you don't suddenly gain painting skills? Because that's some bullshit. I would like to lodge a formal complaint. Clean is overrated. Thank you. I mean, I don't know. Those, like, there's been a lot of, I think particularly the Warhammer Plus exclusive World Eater, and then the Games Workshop, like, the diorama they just announced with the guy standing on top of the dead orc. Like, both of those have just been painted to such a ridiculously nice standard that I'm just like, God, I wish I wish that I could paint that well. I wish I was pulling off paint jobs like that. But I'm not. Yeah, skill isn't really pay to win, it seems. Despite my mountains of plastic that would tell you otherwise. A bag in a much larger bag is still a system of organization. I don't judge you for that. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me that the creator of Ava was going through some stuff while he made it. You can kind of, like, tell. It's, I think, though, and people probably, and understandably, weren't thrilled by the ending of the original series. But, like, I watch it. I kind of like it. Just, even without End of Ava, I really got something out of the series. And I think it was nice that the final episodes, like the ultimate conclusion there with everybody saying congratulations and Shinji smiling. I mean, I feel like that's got to be an aspiration from the creator to himself to try and be like that things are going to be all right. And that's kind of nice. I liked that a lot more than I expected to. Because everybody had been warning me that the ending was kind of bad. Or wouldn't be what I was expecting. And to be fair, it wasn't what I was expecting, but I still really liked it. I think I honestly would be okay with that existing even without End of Evangelion. Although it's nice to have very fancy mech fights. I won't tire of those anytime soon. Those are cool. If only I had been working on models for 2 decades like the heavy metal team. Okay, fair point, Roz. Fair point. I've only been doing this for a few years. But you know, I could try and get cleaner or better. But I usually just give up and have fun with things because that sounds like more fun than working really hard to gain a new skill. Which is probably, you know, historically not the best way to learn a new skill. But I do have fun. Yeah, I heard that too, that it was the inside of Shinji's mind during the instrumentality. I think I don't understand what was going on in general in Ava well enough to have a well-formed theory about it. It's definitely an anime I'm gonna watch again at some point. I'm far from done with it, but I certainly haven't been analyzing it or anything like that for the same amount of time as a lot of other people probably have. Since it has been out in this world for 26, almost 27 years. Just like me. So many little things things to remember to paint on this towel. Do. Yeah. Should probably do something more with the metal on them too, but I'm just not going to. Ooh, annual Ava watch along would be fun. I could do that. Well, then you have bell peppers, which are still useful. You know, they may not be pumpkins, but they're fine. I feel like a pumpkin shouldn't be too hard. You roll a little ball, so you have a little orb, and then you just kind of take something and you go like that with it, like a piece of wire or a pencil to get the little ridges. You twist something up for a little stem. I wouldn't think that a pumpkin would be that hard, but maybe it is. I haven't tried to sculpt one out of green stuff. And my green stuff sculpting leaves something to be desired, I would say. It keeps deforming into a bell pepper. Aw, dang. Maybe green stuff is just a little bit too squishy to make a decent pumpkin. You're going with the worm technique. Okay, fair. I mean, I kind of like that the story's a little bit, and like this is true of both Bloodborne and Evangelion, but that it's up in the air. It's open for interpretation, and I think although there is like an agreed upon fandom consensus as to what happened and what things are, stuff like that, there's still plenty of room for personal interpretation, which I quite like. Because I haven't exactly made up my mind about how I feel about everything. Or what I think everything in the show was, or is, or was trying to say. And I can take my time deciding on that, which is nice. Ross, are you bringing up some of that scary stories to tell in the dark poetry? Sounds vaguely familiar. Something weird's happening with my paint and it's getting all like not good. That isn't behaving how I expect it to. Don't know if needs to be thinned or needs new paint. Let's try thinning it a bit. That does not seem to be working. That's better. Yep. Okay, it's paint again. I kind of want to see a Bloodborne anime, bro. Same. I am always looking for anything that anyone can look at and be like, this is kind of like Bloodborne. Like, that's how to get me to watch something. Is this kind of like Bloodborne? I'll watch it. Castlevania. Someone was like, it's kind of like Bloodborne. It's not at all like Bloodborne, but I still will watch it. A Bloodborne anime, though, I'd be all over that. Tau Crisis suit and Evangelion colors when. Probably not going to do that, just because, I mean, I already worked really hard to establish a color scheme for this army, and if I then had to go and, like, do something completely different, I'd have, like, a complete army and then just one purple guy in there. So I was thinking of something a little bit more organic down the line with some Ava colors. Something like maybe some skeletons, or... I mean, I've already got a color scheme picked out for finishing off that box of corn demons that I purchased. So I'll do that. But it's not like I'm at any loss for other other Warhammer models that I want. There's always something lurking that I could see myself picking up and painting. I'll find the right project. I just don't know what it is yet. My phone needs a little bit of battery power. That's okay. Yeah, there we go. There are altogether too many minis to get to. And you know what? I do this thing where I keep buying miniatures. That doesn't seem to stop. Maybe I'll do... I've got my Ash Wastes Nomads from Necromunda still. Maybe I can paint them up to look like Ava's. Maybe. I don't know. I really want to paint them. I've been holding on to them for so long because I just don't have the perfect paint scheme picked out. So they're still just in plastic. They're not even primed. And I really need to decide on something and prime them, because I want to learn to play Necromunda. But that's a little bit hard to do, and I don't really have a crew for it. But people say that Necromunda is really good, so I want to give it a go. You're learning Necromunda this Friday? That's awesome. Let me know how it is. I hope it's good. People seem to really love it and be passionate about it, so I'm hopeful. Thank you for linking a copy of the Hearst song in the Discord. Listen, I took 3 years of German, and I can't say that I particularly remember how to do nouns correctly. Or anything correctly, really. It was funny, though, when Asuka got a call from someone. She said it was her mom, but I don't know if that was the case or not. But she's speaking in German, and I was able to half understand what they were saying. Which was funny. I've not been expecting my memory of how to speak German to lead to that. But every now and again, you remember a few things here or there. Yeah, don't start with that dare DDoS stuff. I can't remember which one is which, okay? I can't choose a gender for myself in real life. Like I actively decided not to choose for me between masculine and feminine, but I'm supposed to remember if some chair or a rock or a house or any other random word, whether that's the masculine, the feminine, or neither in another language. I just ugh, no, I was terrible at it. Still am. So don't ever ask me to speak German if you want to hear good German, because it's not gonna be that. Could not get any form of accent down either. Welcome back, Josh. Gender, who needs it? I agree. I mean, valid whatever your gender identity is. I just, I'm non-binary, so I get to make that joke. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Got 11 of them. We're getting there. Got still so many to go. Oh dear. Well, I'm getting tired though. So I'll probably start to wrap things up just cuz throat's still getting a little bit dry, which sucks cuz Josh just got back. So sorry about that, Josh. We did get a good few Tau down though. I mean, they're looking good. Happy with them for the most part. By and large, they look pretty good. They look the way that I want them to. And that's important. See how well I can do at finishing them out. But I really enjoyed streaming for you guys today. I'm glad that I could get some of that in. Like I said, I'll be getting a tattoo on Wednesday, which is probably gonna make it a little difficult to paint for a little bit, because I'm getting my hand tattooed, which never done before, obviously, as you can see. Currently no tattoos. On Wednesday, there will be a tattoo. I'm not sure how much that will affect my ability to paint Warhammer miniatures, but I gotta imagine it's at least somewhat. But anyway, thank you for being here tonight. I hope that you all have a good night, and I will catch you in the next one.